Here is the latest from K2 Radio News.
A Wyoming man is dead after a collision in Fremont County on May 4th at 1:34 p.m. 62-year-old Kevin Robinette was driving a Ford pickup on an unnamed dirt road in Jeffrey City when he turned southbound into a large chain-link perimeter fence of a local hotel, continued south through a field, and hit a wooden fence. The Ford continued traveling northeast and ran over a large boulder and several 50-gallon metal drums before impacting the eastmost hotel room, traveling through the room, then crossing the highway. The Ford continued traveling northeast, impacted the southbound right-of-way fence near milepost 22.8 and continued through the field, then impacted another private barbed wire fence before impacting the garage door of a metal storage building on the property. The Ford ultimately collided with an RV inside the building, causing the RV to be pushed through the northern wall. This per a crash summary from the Wyoming Highway Patrol. Road conditions were dry and the weather was clear. Robinette was not wearing a seatbelt at the time of the crash. Highway Patrol lists speed and other as possible contributing factors, but did not say more. The Wyoming Game and Fish Department has put out their annual gray wolf monitoring and management report. They report 2023 marked the 22nd consecutive year that wolf numbers in Wyoming have exceeded the criteria outlined for recovery of the species. Their newly published research documents increased numbers of gray wolves in Wyoming, but also a decrease in wolf-related livestock attacks. As of December 31st last year, the Cowboy State was home to 352 wolves and 43 packs with at least 24 breeding pairs. Within the Trophy Game Management Area, there were at least 192 wolves and 17 breeding pairs. This comes after the United States Humane Society put out a statement on their blog urging Americans to call upon the Wyoming Office of Tourism to demand changes to what they've called Wyoming's draconian backward laws as well as state policies targeting wolves. On April 8th this year, the organization sued the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service over its decision to not reinstate federal protections for wolves in the northern Rocky Mountains, including Wyoming, Idaho, and Montana. Wyoming senators, however, disagree. In March, they sent a letter to the director of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service expressing concern over the agency's decision to develop a national recovery plan under the Endangered Species Act for gray wolves in the northern Rocky Mountain area. Gray wolves are currently delisted in Wyoming and other states, and officials posit that wolf populations are stable. Game and Fish, too, said in their recent findings that Wyoming's gray wolf population continues to achieve all management goals and wolf numbers are at healthy levels. Only days ago, Senator John Barrasso, along with Colorado Congresswoman Lauren Boebert, put forth legislation to get wolves delisted from federal protection in all lower 48 states, despite being protected federally in Colorado today. The bill passed the House with Wyoming Congresswoman Harriet Hageman's vote. Now it awaits the Senate. In 2020, the Trump administration handed down a final rule that removed gray wolves from the ESA, but in February last year, the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California vacated it. The U.S. Department of Justice is currently appealing that decision. A Powell High School senior named Allie Gilead has committed to join the Casper College forensics team, known as the Talkin' T-Birds, for the upcoming school year. According to Doug Hall, the forensics coach, Allie plans to study psychology at Casper College with aspirations of becoming a child psychologist. In an interview with the Powell Tribune, she told them that she wasn't seeking a scholarship in speech and debate. But when Hall and Casper College co-director of forensics Ethan Fife approached her, she was impressed by their coaching style and communication and wanted to look into it. She said that it's an incredible opportunity because she's going to get her education paid for, which will make a big impact on the rest of her career. She said she's excited to be doing something that she loves and is passionate about. Hall noted that she is a phenomenal high school competitor and she broke events to the final rounds at state both her junior and senior year, including a second-place finish in dramatic interpretation at this year's Wyoming State Speech and Debate Tournament in Cheyenne earlier this year. Reporting in Casper, this is Colby Feet.